Right, so yeah, hello. We're getting right into it on this one. I've got plenty to do. It's about half three. I've got a couple of jobs to do on the ZR first. I'm going to film them. I've got a TPS fault position sensor to change because they, for some reason, just go funny, and the car starts lurching everywhere. So I've got that to do. I need to inspect the exhaust because for some reason a rattle has all of a sudden appeared. It sounds like it's coming from the back box. It's got a brand new heat shield on it, so it's not like the heat shields where the steel and the aluminium have corroded together and then dropped, which is what usually happens. So that shouldn't be the case, but I don't know why it's rattling. I don't know why it's rattling, but I need to have a look at that. Might not fix it, but I'm going to have a look at that. And I also need to have a look at the clutch cable because I fitted a dark ice one, made a massive difference. Obviously it's not snapped, which is always a bonus. But yeah, it just doesn't feel right. And in all honesty, it's never felt right. I don't think the clutch is right in it. It's the right clutch for the car. Borg and Beck, 1.8, the 210mm flywheel, or is it the 190 flywheel? I can't remember. Instead of the 1.4 or the 1.1 flywheel, which is much smaller. So I need to have a look at that. I need to not obviously have a look at the clutch because that means take the gearbox off. I'm not doing that. But I just want to have a look because again the clutch point just feels very the biting point is incredibly small. It's only maybe, but it feels like half an inch, whereas usually it's an inch and a half to give you a good amount of feel and response in the clutch. But certainly when pulling away, it's just a bit on off. But that's not going to take me too long. I don't really want to spend more than an hour on that because I'm losing light. Next job, I need to epoxy primer the bonnet, and I need to epoxy primer this side tonight. That's my goal for tonight. I need to get that done because then tomorrow, race car coming in here. Lovely stuff. That'll probably be sort of running. There'll be one video will be tonight, and then there'll be a bit tomorrow morning maybe moving the cars out, maybe not. And then once that's done, I'll start making another video on another series for the race car 21, 22 rebuild. I'm planning on going to Pride of Longbridge 23rd of April 2022. Either I'll be on the hopefully Z register stand with the ZR, or, and if the race car's finished, I'll be there with the race car at Pride of Longbridge, potentially with Metros, with the Metro stands, maybe Metro Power, Metro Owners Club. I don't know, I haven't spoken to any of them yet. Or Robson Rover Repair has invited me to, or asked me, or said that there's a space on his stand for me. So providing if the race car's not finished, plan A is take the ZR, which will be lovely because I love the ZR. I don't even know why I ever thought of selling it. I think I must have had a knock to head that week. But yeah, if I do, I've got wings and sill skirts to fit on it and a couple of other bits to do, and then that'll be ready to take to Pole 22. But if the race car's finished, and you will see, hopefully the progress will be, the videos will come out relatively soon. The race car will be looking slightly different, but that's all I'm going to say. Then that'll be done, hopefully, in plenty of time, because not actually much long after that. I think it's January, April. In May, we've got 2 races. I think there might be Cadwell and maybe another one. I can't remember. But either way, it needs to be finished at about that point. So I've gone, right, I'll make sure it's finished for Pole. So then we've got enough time to take it there. It doesn't need to actually work, just the engine in it, hopefully make it look a bit like a car. Then it'll be together, and then hopefully between that and the first race we can button a few bits and pieces up, take it on a track day, and actually see if what I've done, Dad's done, we've done helps. Because yeah, next year we're fired up and we're ready to go for 2022. The car has proven itself with touch wood, reliability. it's been bloody brilliant, I have to say. And so yeah, I don't want to jinx it, but I've just jinxed it. Next year we're hoping, you know, we can do quite well, providing we do quite well, me and Dad, because we share the car. Obviously the car can do it, it's just a case of whether the numpty behind the wheel can do it. But anyway, that's the plans. Tonight, quarter panel, or ZR first, then the Metro as the night begins to go on. See what we can get done. So as we can see, just pop the 2 screws, one at the top, one at the bottom. That then has this little there on the inside. Well, the engine's still up. That on the inside there just fits on that shaft. All I've done is pop this top vacuum hose off. What is it for? Idle air control, inlet air temp, mass sensor thing. I don't know, whatever that is. I'm not really that clued up. Well, I am. But... So yeah. Anyway, taking this little breather pipe off here, just to give us a bit more access to the screws, and then this bottom one, just poke that out of the way because it's all rubber. Just poke that out of the way. Take it off. That's a new one. Bang it on. Hopefully, no more jerky throttle. So, as you can see, ZR still outside. Change that little valve over, literally, well, I say valve, sensor probably took me all of 2 minutes. And it's completely transformed how the car drives. I've had that little sensor for maybe, well, since Snetterton, which is probably 3 months. And I thought, nah, it'll be alright. One of them jobs that you just put off. Tonight's, like I say, one of them little niggly job nights, or niggly job evenings. Yeah, made a massive difference. Highly recommend it. If anyone's got any problems with TPS on a case, or throttle response on a case series, or jerking at low RPMs, it made a massive difference. Even like I said, the clutch was on a bit of a knife edge. I think it was because the throttle was so on off. You couldn't get a nice feel between the clutch and the throttle. It was just on the throttle, and then all of a sudden clutch would engage or it would disengage because you'd be off the throttle. Yeah, made a huge difference. Anyway, that's that jobbed, as some may say. Now it's time to move on to the next one, which will be the exhaust. Just had a once over the exhaust on ZR. Turns out, well, I fitted a new, well, I say midsection. There's no such thing because there isn't a midsection. There's the resonator and the back box is new. I say new, about a year old. I actually bought it when I was when it was in here, getting welded by myself. So it's probably done 5,000 miles, and the baffles inside, or whatever is inside, I don't know if it's baffles or just basically a load of crap thrown together. That's basically falling apart, and that's the vibrating noise. It's not actually chafing on anything, it's not rubbing on anything, it's not doing anything untoward, despite how badly it fits. It's not actually chafing on anything. It's one of these bloody Euro car parts specials, shall we say. Probably £30 for the resonator, maybe £45 for the back box. All in all, 75 quid. What do you expect? Obviously nowhere near as good as OEM. And this, again, going through the service history when I had a look the other week, this is its 3rd exhaust. So it had the one from factory, then it had one fitted, now I've fitted the one, and now it's going to have another one because this one has decided to go kaput. It's not actually blown. I don't think it's blown. I've not actually looked that hard, but it's not rusted on the outside. I just think on the inside it's just falling apart. And you know, no wonder people throw old cars away. As much as it pains me to see it, it's like, well, what else do you do? Because you can't get to the bloody bits, and then you need to go, oh, you need to get this, and then it's, oh, you need to get that, and then, oh, you need to get custom this. And now I've just thought, right, I'm going to scrap that, scrap buying exhaust off eBay for cheap. I'm just going to take it to an exhaust shop and go, make me a catback exhaust. standard. Don't do any sporty stuff. I don't want it to be sporty. I just want a standard ZR. Standard ZR. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that. But in the meantime, it's not blowing. Well, it is, but internally. And yeah, what more can you do? Right then, so some time has passed. I've tinkered with the ZR as much as I want to tonight. It's pitch black out there. I'm on the route to find out why the driveline is making that noise. On the dark ice clutch, like I say, because it's not an automatic adjustable clutch, it's a manual clutch, adjustable clutch, as I say. The little ball nubbin on the end, you slide up and down the cable to adjust the obviously the preload on the clutch. Because I'd fitted it potentially over time, because it's a brand new clutch cable, obviously it's probably settled. That little sort of ball on the end had become not loose, but it got about 3-4 mil of you could actually pull it out the bottom. So I've readjusted that and pulled it back up, and the noise has changed. So obviously that's leading me to believe, right, it's clutch release bearing, potential problem. I'm not sure, because again, it's already been, I fitted it, it was wrong, I've taken it back off, and I've double, triple, quadruple checked everything, because this is the first time I've ever done a gearbox on my own. I made sure everything was absolutely 110%, and I've taken pictures of stuff, I've looked over the pictures, and everything seems to be in order. So I don't know what's going on. Everything outside is good. The gearbox is fine. The gearbox itself isn't making any noise, which is good. It's reassuring to know that I've built it properly, second time around, and as good as it can be. Which, to be fair, for the first time for rebuilding a gearbox, is I'm quite happy with. Although I've just put the kiss of death on that. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. The clutch arm seems to have, obviously you've got, so for example, that's your clutch, and obviously the arm here pivots against the clutch like so. It seems to have a lot of in and out movement on that arm. Obviously there's none on the clutch because I've adjusted the preload now, so it's just on that. It's got a little bit of movement, but it's where it needs to be. But there seems to be a lot of in and out movement in and out of the actual gearbox itself. Can someone please tell me if that's what PG1 gearboxes are supposed to do? I know the like 620s and the Tomcats are hydraulic clutch, but anyone that's got a cable PG1, should just let me know. Just helps track down what it is. I know it's that. I know it is that because the noise has changed, and the noise wouldn't have changed if I'd left it. Or if that wasn't the problem, the noise wouldn't have changed. But the noise has changed after I've adjusted the clutch cable. So it's something to do with that. And obviously there's no rattling noise coming from the clutch cable because it was doing it before it snapped. So I know it's something to do with that. Anyway, I digress. We're now inside. I've got the heater on. Temperature is now balmy 11.8 degrees. So it's time to faff about with the Metro. I've sanded, just because I'd sanded the quarter panel where I'd bare metaled it. Just sanded it again. That was probably last week, 2 weeks ago. Etch primered it, just a real light coating just to help. Obviously got it bond to the metal. And now I'm going to put some epoxy primer on. So ready so it can dry overnight. Tomorrow we'll do the switcheroo, get the race car in here, and things can begin on that. But yeah, enough waffle, let's get on with it. Right then, so I'm going to quickly end the video off because this place is full of fumes. Quarter panels primed, sills done, bit on the B pillars done, bit in the inner wheel well is epoxy primed. This is all going to be coming back off because of the amount of work I'm going to have to do with the fuel filler bowl. Now this is a fuel filler bowl itself. Those of you that know much about Metros will know that this is actually quite good, but it's what's inside is the worst part. But yeah, that's for another day. I'm starting to get bloody gassed. Tomorrow cars can be swapped, which is exactly where I want it to be. Hopefully the weather's good, and yeah, next one will be progress on the race car. So thank you very much for watching. Again, like, subscribe, check out the Facebook and all that. Oh, God, I sound like a right idiot. Check out the new idea that I've got going, just to earn a bit of pocket money to pay for a couple of bits and bobs, mainly this and the ZR. But yeah, I'll leave links for that in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you working on the race car.